And we're all set. Game number 3. Team Empire taking on Team Liquid in what amounts to a must-win for both. Liquid in particular, given this is their next-to-last series in the entire tournament and their last chance, next-to-last chance to actually get a win in the win column. It's essential that they knock Empire down. Basically, at this point, Liquid only has 1 win under their belt. The most they can finish with is going to be 3, and that's assuming that they could beat Rox, that makes their debut in the Western Challenge coming up, and our second best of 3 of the day. But the challenge in front of them right now, Empire, is certainly not something to sleep on in any way, shape, or form. Leading off with 2 very strong picks in the Bat Rider and the Doom. I'd love the Doom pick to counter the first pick, Ember Spirit. And they banned the Lycan and the Naga, actually, and left the Ember Spirit out. Liquid, though, looking for something to go with that Ember Spirit now. To break this down, and, of course, to join me for every broadcast here on the Western Challenge, welcome back, Trouf. And, yeah, I am really becoming of the mind a little bit that I think Ember Spirit, you can afford to let him in so long as you have a strong plan and how you're going to counterpick him. And that's definitely what we're seeing right now out of Empire.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to necessarily be like counters to the hero directly, like stuns or Doom is obviously a great way, but counters like indirectly, like push out all the towers. Like if you have a pushing strat, that works quite nicely. Similar to like when we saw like Lycan picked up. Well, we do see Lycan picked up all the time. It's not necessarily, you don't have to counter him necessarily in the lane and kill him, shut him down early, but just push out other towers and push them down, and that makes him a lot less effective. So, but obviously Doom, like I mentioned and you mentioned, is a very, very good tool. One of the best against Ember Spirit because you just cast it on him and he's completely useless. It's just a matter of initiating onto him now. So now you're thinking about, do I get a blink on Doom? Do I go for a Lothar or a Shadow Blade and do it that way? Or there's different ways of doing it, but the problem of initiation is still there, and that's one thing that they're got to worry about.
I definitely think this is a game where Doom's going to want an early blink. The initiation, this kind of comes down to everything you were talking about. When you're talking about the current very high-value picks in Lycan and the Ember Spirit, both of them you just kind of deal with by making them fight earlier than they want to, because Lycan does take a little time to get online. Same thing with Ember Spirit. Don't get me wrong, level 6, they both can have a pretty big impact if the rest of the team is playing well around them. Same thing with the Shadow Fiend even. They just need some more time to really come into their own. And having the Bat Rider and the Doom, as you said, the Doom, I mean, he's a hard counter to everything in the game, technically. I mean, if you get a Doom off, that's what that is. But also having the Bat Rider, hopefully the Doom will be able to get up a decent item for Empire if they want to take that approach, like a quick blink or something like that. Even just a blink into a set of drums, anything like that can help the whole team out. And then they can go fight off of what would be the initiation advantage they would have, granted, by Bat Rider and Doom. But the second pick for Team Liquid, I think, is really strong as well. Grabbing the Invoker, and you have to wonder if it's going to be Exort or Quas Wex. I feel like Quas Wex would be an excellent turnaround tool against the initiation the Doom and a Bat are going to bring to you. But players, as you said, are cheating a little bit more towards the pure Exort build most of the time. And depending on who plays it, Bulba can play it, Koikva can play it, hell, Demon can play it if he wants to. But if it is Koikva does have a tendency to want to go Quas Exort.
Yeah, I think it'll be Koikva playing it, but I've seen him play Quas Wex on Invoker as well not too long ago, and he performed quite nicely with it. I agree with you. I think Quas Wex this game would be really strong for counter initiation tools with like a quick reaction with the Tornado onto Bat Rider or Doom to prevent any other follow up or something like that. I think Quas Wex in that sense would be better. Obviously, people have been favoring Exort lately, and I think it's just the global presence and everything I touched on last game. The global presence and being able to push quickly with the Forge Spirits, and then just all in all having more damage as an Exort Invoker. So bans coming out, TA. That almost makes me wonder if it is going to be Quas Wex, because Exort's not bad against melee heroes, and the problem with Quas Wex early on is that your damage is pretty crappy as far as being able to last hit in the lane. And if you're thinking about things to ban out and you're worried about last hitting, TA could be one of them. So they ban out the TA, Storm Spirit as well. They just want to get rid of the initiation there for Storm Spirit.
Yep.
And as far as Empire goes, they ban out Visage. I don't see Liquid play it too often, actually, but they ban it out regardless. And they have one more ban here coming up.
I really, really dig both of the bans from Liquid. As you said, TA makes sense, and I think you're right. That does kind of tip that it is going to be a Quas Wex. At least it gives him more of an option. I mean, for all we know, they're still discussing it.
Right.
But I think we're both on the same page that Quas Wex would be nice to try and deal with what Empire is going to try to do. getting rid of the Storm Spirit as well, especially given he is a hero who is going to generally want to get and work it up very, very quickly. And the Team Empire had yet to select a carry. It's very difficult for an Ember Spirit to deal with a well-played Storm Spirit that has a Life Stealer locked inside, for example. Once that Orchid comes out, you just fly right on him, Orchid him, Vortex him, and out comes the LS to just blow him to pieces because Ember Spirit, for the most part, throughout most of the game even, feels fairly squishy, especially for a hard farming carry. But Empire, they are going to go ahead and grab the Bane for themselves. So it's very possible they're still thinking a Life Stealer pickup here, and you can just use the Bad Rider as your method of getting into the fight.
Yeah, I mean, that would certainly be strong. Lifestealer himself isn't very good, I feel, against these heroes for Team Liquid. Invoker's pretty elusive, depending on what kind of build he wants to go, and Amber Spirit's very elusive and evasive. So I'm not 100% sold if Lifestealer would be the best. I'm really fond of this Venomancer ban, though, from Empire, because the one annoying thing with initiations that Empire is going to need 100% on Ember Spirit is blink cancelers, and the best thing for that is, you know, a ton of Venomancer wards thrown all around the map or around the area that you're trying to initiate from. So I really like that ban from Empire. Picks coming out, Vengeful Spirit. This is like a signature support hero for Team Liquid, as they love to run that. And then the Mirana coming out for Team Empire. So they have good initiation tools and good stunning tools coming out for the Ember Spirit with, you know, the sleep setup, the grip, Arrow, Batrider's Lasso, not the best, but then Doom obviously is very good. So, and then another Centaur pickup, as we saw Liquid play this quite well in the last game.
For sure. Love the Mirana pickup for Empire. Love the Centaur pickup for Team Liquid. I feel like this is just a great draft on both sides, and I feel like it's really, really close. And so much of it's going to come down to not just the laning phase, but how effective they are at chaining their abilities together. Empire in particular, with the Bane Mirana, is going to have the option of going aggressive if they want. I actually would like that quite a bit if whatever hero they decided to run in the aggressive tri-lane here could be another support pickup, or they could end up supporting the Mirana with another carry pickup. But either way, taking that kind of aggression on top of an Ember Spirit is a little chancy, but if you can make it work for you and hold him down early, it does tend to give you some very nice results. Then you also free up solo lane farm and experience, most importantly, for the Bad Rider and the Doom, both of which are heroes that can duck into the jungle once they get a few levels under their belt to play catch-up if such is necessary. So I think that might be what Empire has in mind, though, of course, they could just switch it up. And, I mean, hell, they could do just about anything with this lineup. You can run the Doom in the jungle and mid-Mirana and Bat Rider in the off-lane if you want. So we'll have to see what the overall plan's going to be. But Silencer banned out from Team Liquid, and I actually think that's a really strong ban, too. Getting rid of the Silencer. Think about how dependent Liquid is on not just initiation advantage, but quick follow-ups. If you have a well-played Silencer and say it's being a stomp, as soon as you hear the Stampede Global, just boom, silence. That's going to be very difficult for Liquid to follow up on, and Liquid cognizant of that and banning that out here.
Yeah, it's kind of an interesting thought. You hear the Centaur Stampede, and then you know that there's initiation coming out somewhere most of the time, unless they're trying to bait it. But yeah, kind of an interesting thing. And it's a Leshrac pick here. Okay, so very interesting here coming out from Empire.
That's going to be aggressive. I'm almost positive. Like, I love that. I love the way they drafted that lane. Because think about the follow-up. Because what they can do now, not only do they have the Nightmare to rely to set up, Mirana can take time to even get in a better position while the Lesh hits a Split Earth afterwards. And Sand King, the final pickup from Liquid.
I like Lesh because it gives them at least now some kind of pushing power, whereas before they had like none. Like Mirana, Bane, Batrider, Doom. Doom's the only one that I can think of that maybe has potential to push effectively with auras, but even then it's not that great. I think Lesh is he could either own or he could feed really hard, I feel. I don't know if there's going to be much room for middle ground here for Always Want to Fly. And then with the Sand King pickup, it could be difficult because it's Leshrac is a kind of an easy target. You do have defensive capabilities, which is basically the sleep, but yeah, I would love to see an aggressive lane because it's obviously more fun to watch. So
yeah, exactly. And I think that's kind of the next question that needs answered. If you're Team Liquid and you're staring at these 5 from Empire, what's your approach? Do you just say, screw it, we're going to our safe lane? Because, I mean, they have strong laning too. The big question to me is how chancy do you get that you're going to catch the lane you want? Because if you really think about it, if they just say they want to run flat out into, wow, I'm getting some horrendous frame loss in game. This is I thought it was a problem on the draft screen. Yeah, this is pretty awful right now.
Maybe you just need to restart.
Yeah, we may need to just take a quick pause, and I'm going to request that because this is pretty much, there's not a whole lot I'm going to be able to do with this. So I'm going to ask for a pause really quickly as we have continued to have some video issues. We are going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with Game 3 of Liquid versus Empire next. All right, we're back. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, those who were watching on stream saw it. I was seriously running at about 8 frames a second, and like I like to think I can maybe like I've dealt with lag to perfect world servers before, and that's bad. But yeah, when every single thing is running that slow, it's impossible to really make heads and tails of it. But we are back underway. This is Game 3 of Team Liquid versus Empire here at the D2L Western Challenge. A must-win for Liquid and a really need to win for Team Empire. And yep, they're going to be going aggressive. And the other thing I like about this, other than how strong this has the potential to be out of them with the Bane, the Lesh, and the Mirana, is what it frees up for Mag and what it frees up for Resolution. These are two heroes that are going to benefit immensely from early blinks and early good early levels in item scaling, and they're going to be able to get that fairly reliably now.
Yeah, and Bolo bought boots at the start, but then he sold them, and now he's going for a different kind of build. I think he maybe suspects the aggro tri-lane because he doesn't want boots if he's up in a 1v1 situation. So I think Liquid maybe sniffed this out just because Bulba sold his boots.
Yep.
But it is Resolution on the bat, so yeah, it's going to be Mag mid. This is a little bit different than they had at least their heroes on their, or the players on their heroes just a couple seconds ago. So very interesting stuff coming out from Empire. Invis rune taken and snagged here by Vanscourt early on. That's a good rune to start out with.
I really think this is some head gaming out of Liquid. I honestly thought there might be potential for them to rotate Bulba down into the safe lane and maybe try to send the Ember into the off lane and try to get him in a one-on-one. But against the Bat, because you're not sending the Bat mid, you're sending the Doom mid. That actually makes that very difficult. So Empire, and I feel like Empire really thought this out, and I really like their draft and the way they're laning this out. And we can already see. I mean, what's TC going to do already? We have that. Arrows there, and follow up with the splitter. First blood for sure. Demon doing what he can, but one last auto attack from Always Wanna Fly. Gives first blood to Empire and a big problem early on. This lane is only going to get worse. It's not getting better anytime soon.
Yeah, it really is. Honestly, this Venge plus Sand King combo for like dual supports is pretty weak against this. Like they're both very, very low range in the sense of their initiation with their stun. Like Venge's is pretty bad too. It's not that great. And this is the second time we've seen Liquid do this like weird jungling strat with just auto attacks. And I don't know how effective it is. But I agree with you. I don't think this is going to get any better. Another sleep coming out. If they can land the arrow sometime, they're going to have a stun first, but he's not even opting for it. They're just going to use the stun from Always Want to Fly for some extra damage. And even if they don't get the kill, they're creating tons of pressure here.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Silence free farming.
Well, it's one of those situations. Right now, we're seeing TC go back up back up in his cell. It's like, well, he'll be all right. Well, they don't have infinite regen, and they're damn well not getting any farm. So this is not a situation that's going to alleviate itself anytime soon. And like you make a great point about the initiation range. you take a look at Nightmare, it is deceptively large, especially when you consider that it does have a cast point. And TC trying to come forward, he's got to be real careful. Bane's not there is the only reason he's not dropping right now. And they may have seen him with that ward. I honestly didn't see if they spotted it with that. But he's got a double damage rune now, and this is going to make it even more lethal all the way too. Dropping a ward, always want to fly spotted out. They know he's there.
He trapped himself. Oh, no.
Here we go.
He should be okay. He should be okay, though.
Looked like he was going to Nightmare again. But yeah, you know, given that there is a wind-up on Nightmare, it's another one of those abilities. It even feels like it's longer because once you get into range, even if the enemy turns to run, you're still going to follow through every time once the animation begins. So it ends up feeling like you can initiate from just forever away. And, yeah, they're doing it very effective. Just look where TC has to play right now. He's so far back. He can't do anything.
Yeah, this is a smart rotation, I think, from Demon. He's trying to make plays elsewhere, and he does have boots. It is only level 1 stun, though, which is not even the initiation's bad, but the damage is pretty crappy, too. They're going to catch out Always Want to Fly. If they can catch him out with the Searing Chains, they do get it Liquid Way, too. He might be in time. There's the Sunstrike. It will hit. Oh, attack, but they have the boots
Brown
up on Always Want to
boots.
Fly.
Yep. And now there's going to be a Nightmare to turn it around. Oh, TC eating some damage. Mirana's nowhere near in range to engage. And with the magic missile, I mean, and this is another issue that's worth bringing up, mana issues, mana problems, because, oh, Silent right on TC, and he's going to try, oh, he tried to Searing Chains him, and that's dead. This is a complete and unmitigated cataclysm right now for Team Liquid. This entire bottom lane is destroyed. They have no space in their jungle, and the whole time, Mag is getting free farm. Resolution is on top of the CS board. This is going horrendously, just terribly.
Yeah, I just think that the supports here are not accustomed to this at all. Like, they can't do anything about it. Demon, he's trying to find, again, space somewhere else. I don't know if they get this kill, though. It'll be close. Actually, Bulba's at very high level. They might still get this, yeah.
There's a stomp to follow it up, and the double edge. Resolution doesn't have a magic wand. If he did, he'd be alive for sure. And Demon, nope. That was probably the best chance they were going to have anywhere on the map to make a kill happen. They may be able to convert. Just look at Fly. He's just parking in here. Now he's going to be punished for it. Don't think there's any question he's dead this time. So they do get a return kill. But yeah, he's basically just been parking himself here. And yeah, that ward is well aware of it. But yeah, I still feel like this is just basically Empire's game to win or lose based on the laning phase. Yeah, they haven't brought a tower down, and it's 2,000 gold in their advantage already.
Yeah, they might try for this kill up top once again. I thought when they initiated it was going to be very, very close on the resolution, but probably not get the kill. They needed like maybe one more auto attack before the double edge from Bulba, but even then it's very, very difficult to do and hard to pull off. They are getting some stacking done. Resolution, nope, not going to get the initiation. Demon's now level 3, so it makes it a little bit easier for initiation. But I guess the one thing good that's going for Liquid is that Koikva's out CSing heavily Mag in mid, but that's to be expected. So.
And Empire just continuing to keep the pressure up. Now rotating Vanscore and Always Want to Fly here. He has help behind him, but it's Way 2. Way 2 is just level 2. Has enough mana for one stun, not even a Wave of Terror. He may have enough by the time they try to collapse here. But just the fact that they're zoning Koikva off so badly, this is freeing TC up to at least come forward and suck some XP. But they are going to move back, and the ward should have spotted him there. So TC, yes, TC has to know. Maybe not. There's going to be a stampede up at top. Looks like they're trying to make something happen on resolution. TP's there, but not in time. As Always Want to Fly whiffs on the Split Earth afterwards. But, okay. I actually think that's a good kill for Liquid. I think the chance they have right now is on the back of Koikva and on the back of Bulba's Centaur, just start making things happen with rotations. They're certainly going to have good play from Demon. He's level 4. That's enough tools that they might be able to free time up for TC. And I actually feel like they're handling this about as well as they could, given how just horrendously the bottom lane started. Another initiation. Always Want to Fly. Sunstrike is there. TP's there, but it's going to be late. And Resolution might end up getting a return kill on Demon. He's going to chase him out. Yeah, he's got the stacks up, and yeah, Demon going to be hit with the flame break, trying to get away. Doesn't even have mana for his TP, by the way, so we'll be right-click down. But at the very least, again, they're making some space. TC is beginning to get in the face of silence some.
Yeah, but he literally has 1 CS. He literally has 1 CS in the Ember Spirit. So, I mean, yeah, it is good for Liquid that they're actually doing something.
Right.
Like, they could just be sitting down here running back between mid and bottom saying, we can't help you, Ember, but we're trying. But no, they understand that that's a lost cause. Like, they can't help them even if they were there. So they're trying to get something done on other parts of the map, and they are. And that Centaur ulti, man, it just is so good. It is the reason why this hero was picked up. It makes for kills that otherwise you would not even be able to close to get. So that's the one ticket into this, as well as, you know, Koikfa getting good farm. Has an early Midas as well. Pretty good timing for himself. And the global presence for Sunstrike. So there are ways to jump back into this, but the only problem, like I mentioned, is still TC getting literally nothing as far as gold goes.
Yep. And speaking of the opposite, Resolution taking some very nice jungle
TC,
CS.
he's dead.
Yep. Down at bottom. Wow. He just got hit with a naked arrow from Silent.
Yeah, naked arrow and then the level 4 Starstorm. So
you just can't have that happen, man. Like that, you know.
No.
I understand he's under leveled and such, but still, like that's the kind of thing you just keep creeps between you. You can't get that close. You have to appreciate that. We are going to see a rotation from Liquid. They're going to try to get a return kill. Silent has his Moonlight Shadow up. Demon's going to be able to initiate though. There's way to follow it up. Sunstrike is there. Sandstorm, nice. That's what Liquid needs. And TC was even in range of that to get some experience. I think he got assist gold as well. So got back just in time. Mag is actually going to be going Mechanism, I think. He's already picked up the chainmail, won't be rushing the Blink. On the side of Resolution, though, he is going to be certainly getting his Blink as quickly as possible. He's got 1,300 gold towards it after dipping into the jungle to take this stacked hard camp.
The only beef I have with early Mechanism with phase boots on Doom is that your mana pool is so terrible that you can't cast everything as much as liberally as you want to. I remember when we saw it still sticks in my mind is Eternal Envy. Oh, we see an ulti here. He might go for a solo kill, and I think he can get it if he hits this arrow onto TC bottom. It's going to be close. He's going to have to be patient about this.
Yep. And TC going to be hit, but oh wow, TC almost got away with the Searing Chains. That's a little unfortunate. Demon had a double damage rune and everything. It was actually standing right about here. Maybe not quite that far forward. Maybe right here. And looked like he was heading this direction, but decided to turn around and instead go farm the jungle. And by the time the arrow connected, he was just too far away to come help. So nice solo kill for Silent. He gets further and further ahead. Looks like he's going to be going with the straight Yasha build as he's picked up the Elven skin. So Resolution getting closer to his Blink. Basically, he's going to have it right now.
Yeah, but what I was mentioning about Doom, I should say, is it sticks in my mind as Eternal Envy going for early mech and like lots of defensive capabilities with he got the Ice Ogre with the armor on it, but he always went mana boots or arcane boots, and it resolved that mana issue that you have. So as long as right after he gets the mech, he goes for something like drums to just give him some more mana and more stats, I think it's fine. But until then, I think he's going to suffer a little bit from mana problems. But nonetheless, it's still a great item pickup for this team.
Yep. I actually completely agree with you. When I play Doom just by myself, I almost always go mana boots when I get a mech and just kind of slide into that support role. I usually go something like arcane boots, mech, and then on up to either a Vlad's or a set of drums, depending on what's more important to the team at the moment. But we'll see. At bottom, they're going to collapse on this tier 1. Arrow shot blindly into the woods. Not going to find any target at home. This tower is very close to dead already. Only 250 HP. I don't know that Liquid has the personnel in position to try to counter push, so they're going to end up losing this one for free. Maybe get some damage done to mid in the meantime.
This is really good for Empire, too, because like I mentioned, their heroes are not very suitable for pushing.
Mm-hmm.
And that being said, also, Leshrac didn't go for Edict. He's going for more spam and long-range, spam and nuke stuff. With the Lightning Storm and his stun. So he's not going to have the pushing power as you normally think a Leshrac would.
Yep.
So it's really important that they got that tower bottom.
I think that's a great point. I totally missed it. The fact that he hasn't put a single point into Edict. Resolution, going to go after Bulba or TC. It's going to be Bulba. Silent trying to get into position. And there's going to be the ulti. Oh, the arrow nipped his tail. Could not have missed by more than a millimeter. There's a stun on the Silent. Resolution's not done. Has blink up in 1 second. We'll be able to blink ahead and bring Bulba down. And Way 2 is going to be a kill on the back of the fight as well. So Empire with the rotations, that early blink, that's the first time that they know that the blink is up on Resolution. And that's what you want. I mean, you always kind of joke about it. It's like, well, you get a blink up on a hero like a Bad Rider or a Sand King. You're kind of guaranteed a free one because no one's really in the mode of thinking, oh, he could blink on me at this stage. But that time you get a double kill.
They should be kind of,
suspicious
in their minds,
at least.
Understanding the timings of a Bad, where he's at in his lane, things like that. But By the way, I have absolutely no idea what Way 2 was doing. He literally just walked up and gave him a free kill. That was kind of a questionable play by him. This is going to be another tower, and again, this still serves the issue of you know, their team has kind of problems pushing towers, but they're pushing towers. They already have 2 up on Liquid now with this tower last hit for Mag, who gets that. Now has his mech. So Koikfa trying to do some counter pushing. He might not get the last hit. He's going to have to put his minions on there. He does have an early Necronomicon. Resolution hurts himself by killing the book.
Oh, he might end up dead. Cold Snap's almost enough, and yeah. A little bit of a misstep there. Like you said, he killed the book creep and damn near killed himself in the process. And we can hear them spamming things out. Blinks aplenty, by the way, as Demon and Bulba finish theirs at exactly the same time.
Yeah, no Sunstrike here, as he's not going to opt for that. But nonetheless, that was very close. He still got the tower mid, so Koikfa doing some good things for his team, split pushing when he knows he needs to. And he's very farmed. He almost has Necro 2 and a Midas, so yeah, keeping his team really in this game here.
And here's the arrow off of the Fiend's grip right on the Koikfa. Could not. They basically just walked into that one and took it. That's the equivalent of finding a $20 bill in your pocket. They didn't expect that at all. They were positioning for what I think was going to be Moonlight Shadow gank and just walked into Koikfa, right place, right time. And bringing him down hurts Liquid so much more than even losing another hero. And here we go. Epicenter comes in, leap away from Silent. He got next to no damage done there. And that's going to be a tower. What is Way 2 doing? Comes forward, lassoed, Doom onto Demon. Honestly, that wasn't even necessary, but it'll secure another kill. That's going to be 10-4. And Liquid just seems to be coming apart at the seams right now.
Yeah, this is getting out of control quickly. Let me count the skills here. Okay, no, I thought Doom actually put one into stats, but he just waited to put this extra stat or point in here. TC, going to use the ult to get out. Arrow might connect, actually. I don't know if they're going to follow up. It does connect.
That was near max range. Yes, they've got plenty of time.
Wow, nicely done by Silent.
That was shot from like here. That was seriously just about max range and clipped him down here. That was insane. Well aimed and well shot and well struck, I guess is the way to say it, from Silent. And another big kill. And poor TC. Let's look at the net worth. TC is worth less than Leshrac and worth about less than 100 gold more than the Bane. Way Too Sexy at 14 minutes has a net worth of 1,000. He doesn't have a set of arcane boots worth of net worth at this point.
Also, TC bought a Midas, and I know you always ask me, do you think Midas is a good decision here? And I'm always, reluctant to say no because I love Midas, but I feel like this is a bad pickup for him. I don't think this is...
It's a Hail Mary. It's a Hail Mary.
Yeah. I don't know. Here we go. Initiation on the Mag.
Here's Bulba with the follow-up stomp. There's going to be a good Fiend script to lock him down. Mag's going to get away because of it. Vanscore's just going to try to exit out. Demon has his blink off cooldown in 2 seconds. Sand Strike or Burrow Strike is ready. And there's the Nightmare onto him. Vanscore ducking out. Bulba can't catch up, and now they catch him. Mag's there, got caught as well with the Searing Chains. Could be a turnaround. Lasso on the Bulba, though. And there's the Enfeeble and the Doom on the TC. They end up trading 1 for 1. Koikfa might be able to slow this down. Maybe get Mag. Nope, Moonlight Shadow just a little too strong. And he's going to be forced to Ghost Walk. They have no detection. So he'll be able to keep himself breathing for a little bit longer. Demon has Epicenter up in 3 seconds and might... I mean, this is not a time for timidity. He may need to just go Epi 3 heroes and hope he kills one or something, because this is not getting better without big plays. He's slowly moving into position, and he knows what's going on. Yep, they know he's there. There's... Oh, good blink from Demon.
He might still get initiated on here if the arrow connects, and it will. Silent hits another one.
Demon cleaned up. Oh, he actually goes into Sandstorm. Now he's going to duck back out and Burrow Strike to the low ground. Behind that, Mag got cleaned up by the rest of Liquid, who was responding. And, they finally get themselves a good, clean kill, and they're able to force back Empire, at least for the moment. The gold sitting at just about 6,000-ish, 6,500-ish in favor of Team Liquid at the moment, and the experience right at 5,000 as well. It looks like we are going to be able to take a breather, and I'm not sure why. It could be because we have had some video issues today, combined with the fact that we are an hour late. But our second match of the day has actually been canceled. Not canceled as in not going to be played, but postponed. So we'll be rescheduling that for next week. So, I wanted to let you know, and certainly wanted to let the viewers know. And all you fine folks that bet rares on Dota Lounge, I'm sure the Dota Lounge guys are tuned in and watching. So there's an arrow, and there's going to be a lasso on Quakeflip. Look at that beautiful Fiend's grip on the way to. And, yeah, what do you even do, man?
That was just very well played and nice arrow. It would have connected even if they didn't have the bat lasso to hold him there and make him not moving. Well played. Silent's been really on par with his arrows. I feel like he's hit like almost every single one. They hit that other one on the Demon right there, but Demon was very, very close and got the Burrow Strike down to the neutrals. Neutrals almost killed him, so he had to blink out. But yeah, this is looking really bad. And again, I'm sorry, I just don't think this Midas pickup is going to pay for itself anytime soon for TC. Like, you want fighting items, I feel, especially when you have a Centaur on your team, because you can come back with early stats onto Ember. Like, he's very good for that, and just especially when you're going with the Sleight of Fist Searing Chains build, it creates low cooldowns for it, so you can constantly use it more than once in a team fight. So, yeah, I just don't know about that. Magna might get caught out here, though. Yeah, he's going to get caught out.
Very quick Moonlight Shadow. Do they have detection? They do. Epicenter, maybe a little overkill, but hell, at this point, the kills are coming rather sparsely. So a little bit better to make sure you get it whenever you get the chance, whenever the getting's good. But, I mean, onto the Midas. Like, honestly, the only thing that comes to mind, there's one game I'll always remember where there was a Midas pickup by a team that was down like 12K at 10 minutes in. And it was a Midas on a Dragon Knight. And this is going back like 2.5 years ago. And they turtled that freaking game, no joke 40 minutes. And by the time it got to the end, the Dragon Knight was carrying unbelievably hard. And that's kind of how I see it. It worked out one time, and I've seen it dozens of times since then, but it's just a Hail Mary. Just maybe something happens. Maybe Empire collectively strokes out, or maybe maybe they're leaking carbon monoxide into their house, and they're just unable to execute. And if that's the case, then you are going to need a Midas to get him caught up. So why the hell not? Roshan, though, target now.
Yeah, it sniffed out quickly, like right after they started. Yeah, I'm certainly going to look like a retard if Liquid win this, but I just still think that even if they were to come back, I feel like what he could come back with a Midas could have been much more effective with a drums. But that's just my opinion. Granted, I love Midas, but this is going to be an early Roshan, or not early, I should say, but a quick Roshan from Empire. Aegis goes to Mag, which seems to be smart because he is the one that keeps getting the aggression onto him. Tower, Glyph up top. It looks like Empire want to fight this.
There we go. Demon going to be the one lassoed back. Stampede's there to try to help out. Well shot, wow. Split Earth. Got both of them. And the stun did go off on Vanscore before Bulba comes forward just in time to land one stomp. And there's going to be some Searing Chains from TC to disjoint this a bit. Silent may throw. Nope, he actually already spent the arrow. I didn't even see who it hit. Oh, the Doom from Mag and Koikva. Here comes TC all the way to the high ground. Yep, TP'd in the middle of it. So a little bit weird, a little flashy, but hey, if you're going home, may as well go home in style. 19-8, though, and that's yet another win for Empire as they keep their Tier 2 standing.
I was scared because when he did that, I thought he didn't have mana for the TP. Because it actually costs a lot of mana to go to your Fire Remnant. It's 150. But nope, he did, so he'll be fine. Yeah, very nice Doom there from Mag. He's got, and this is good, like right after the mech, he went for drums, so I agree with that. Might even want to get, actually, with the good initiations from Bat, and these arrows that just keep connecting, I don't even know if he needs a blink on Doom. I think he could just get like Shivas or something more tanky, maybe even AC.
With the way that Vanscore always want to fly, and Silent, as well as, of course, Resolution, the way they're playing, the Doom's almost an afterthought. Like, they're chaining everything together so well. Their target selection and prioritization is through the roof. How many times have we just seen them walk up and disable 3 targets at the exact same moment? I mean, it's remarkable the way they're making this lineup work for them. And Liquid up against it now. They're down to just their 3 Tier 2s remaining. They're only trailing 1 tower right now, but as you can see, at 21 minutes in, almost 5-digit lead, and that will be 5 digits momentarily. Edict finally skilled by Always Want to Fly. He actually has 3 points into it now, so he did shift gears away from that max spam build. And if I'm Empire, I'm not going to let up. There's no way I'm playing any. Basically, if we have 5 up, I'm always going to be on Liquid side of the river. Here we go. Initiation on the Mag. There's going to be the Stampede coming back in off of it. But there's the Fiend's Grip on the way to for the low ground and the lasso on the Koikva. Moonlight Shadow and Doom deployed at the same time. Koikva's down. Always Want to Fly. Getting the damage done as well. That's 3 down, and they're cresting the Tier 3. Nightmare on to TC. Resolution, no lasso. And down goes the Tier 2. Silent Didn't even get, that's just bad luck. So there was Searing Chains, didn't even get Silent, even though it was just him and his illusions.
That was kind of funny. They slept TC up there, and literally 3 different heroes of Empire all synchronized, went left, right, because they couldn't decide whether they wanted to go or come back, come back, and they're all basing it off of who, what their teammates do. So if they see their teammates walk there, they're going to walk there, but then they all ran back. It was kind of funny to watch, but yeah, this is a very, very sticky situation here for Liquid, as we're approaching 15K experience and close to the same in gold.
Collectively, Resolution and Silent are 13-2. So very strong performances coming out of them. Bane's been involved in 12 kills, 15 and 14 for Resolution and Silent, respectively. I mean, at this point, the box score really tells you all that you can. Top 3 in overall net worth all belong at this point to Empire. And yeah, they're not even going to reset. They're not going to reload. They're just going to stay right in mid lane and continue to force the fights. Down at bottom, they could rotate, though, as the creeps. They have a decent little creep wave, 4 range creeps and a catapult. Yeah, that's what they're going to do.
Bottom tower is under attack.
BKB on Mag now. And look at this farm. BKB, mech, drums, and another 700 gold. And this was a Doom that did not do well in lane, as he shouldn't. That's one of his drawbacks, is he doesn't really do that well in solo situations against other good solo heroes. But when you start to snowball, get early towers and you're winning early fights, and then you also have the Devour to come back, your farm just skyrockets. And he also has the Aegis, so he can just sit up in front, not a care in the world.
And here we go. Mag leading the charge, as you mentioned. Cares given 0. Are going to have a lasso onto Demon. And he's brought down. Stampede reinitiation. Bulba hit a nice stomp, but he's going to be cleaned up behind it as well. BKB's deployed. Mag gets the Doom off on the Koikfa. And there's nothing he can do but run. Epicenter shrugged off. And Always Want to Fly does end up dying. But they may get a resolution behind this as well. It cost them a lot. There was a buyback on Always Want to Fly. And Mag forced to clear out lest he waste his Aegis. Good Searing Chains from TC. And Liquid manages to hang on. The tier 3's even still standing. Felt like that was going to be basically a nice arrow on the TC. Doesn't matter, as I think they have enough stun between the 3 heroes, and they do, to secure the kill. But, I mean, I didn't see how many buybacks they spent. Was it 2 or 3? Now we're going to have Bulba caught with the Fiend's Grip, and Vanscore able to turn around just in time to warn him away. The Sacred Arrow connects on Bulba, but they're not done chasing him out. Blink on Vanscore gets him back to safety, and looks like Silent will be able to make his way away as well. But all the tier 3s are still standing, man. Game ain't over yet.
That might look to the viewers like a silly grip, but he was like basically just kind of feeling it out. Like he gripped him. If it looked like he was the only one engaging from Liquid, then they would have got an easy kill with Potom behind him. But he quickly saw the other heroes sitting behind him, and he canceled it immediately, and just right at the right time too, because Demon Stun was just barely out of range. So nice little smart play there from Vanscore. Also, I got to give a lot of props to Always Want to Fly on Lesh. Like, I know he has several setup stuns, not that many. Honestly, it's basically just the sleep and maybe an arrow if it's hit, and I guess the bat lasso as well. So he has some setups, but he's been hitting a lot of these splitters like by himself, like just and 2-man splitters. So a lot of credit to him.
Totally agree. He actually denied himself with the Bloodstone too. Thought he did. I didn't want to call it in the fight and be wrong, but yeah, he definitely denied himself with that Bloodstone instead of just dropping. So a bit of a win there as well. And looks like Koikfa disconnects for a moment. There we go. There's the pause. Just want to reiterate one more time, there will not be a follow-up series here today. As just looking at the screen, I can continue to see some. Yep. Oh, it's super late. Okay. I wasn't for sure if it was tech issues or if it was just the fact that we are running over schedule so badly, but just seems like everywhere, be it both here, and we do apologize, of course, for the flashing on the screen. That's something we'll have resolved by tomorrow for our big EG doubleheader, and arguably the most marquee match that most are looking forward to at this stage of the group stage. It's Na'Vi versus EG coming up tomorrow. That's going to be intense. But we'll hopefully have everything done. We'll have the rest of the day to work on it, as we are, again, running super late, and will be postponing and moving the second match, which was slated to be Team Liquid versus Rock's Kiss. So we're going to have to wait a little bit longer to see Rock's Kiss make their D2L debut.
Yeah, that doubleheader tomorrow is going to be pretty exciting. I'm stoked for that. So it's EG versus Na'Vi first, and then EG versus who?
I want to say it's Rocks. I'm almost positive it's Rocks. I'd have to double check, though.
That'll be fun. That's Gallblack versus self-proclaimed Gallblack of the West, PPD. Who can get tree faster is the question.
Did he actually say that?
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Gallblack of the West.
Well, I guess they're still the West, but he means like the far West.
Yeah. Of the the North Americas.
There you go.
But Empire not going to back off, and this game looking to wind itself down. Very decent defense out of Liquid there. Took him some buybacks though. Took more than a couple actually. Demon bought back, the Centaur, played by Bulba, bought back, and TC bought back. So bought him a little bit more time, and they're going to go down valiantly. But I would be shocked if this isn't the last push of our game, as Empire is sitting in command. Here we go. Mag back up front. That Deso now done on the Mirana. Nice two-man stomp. There's the Moonlight Shadow deployed, but the grip is right there immediately on Bulba. He drops, and Mag now on Quakefa as the epicenter went off behind the fight, but Demon unable to really do the damage they need by himself. He ends up dead. TC running for the well. Way2 running for the well. They did track down Quakefa as well. We haven't even seen them have to account for the Ember Spirit at all, so Mag has just been holding on to his Doom and using it on Quakefa. And in the end, just a little too much to overcome as Liquid calls the GG, and Empire brings their record back to 500. Liquid, with that loss, falls to 1-6, or 1-5 actually, and they will have one more series left. But at 1-5, they're basically going to have to bank on Roxas and Fnatic not winning a single match. And that means the Team Liquid's last match will be against Roxas, and we'll obviously be scheduling that out soon. They're going to have to beat Roxas, and then just hope and pray that Fnatic and Roxas both lose out. Just basically, just they drop out. They just decide they don't want to play anymore. But anyway, man, great performance out of Empire, and what can you say? That the laning phase, just way too much for Liquid to handle.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It was basically kind of a little greedy draft, honestly, from Liquid. Greedy in the sense that those supports are not good contenders against what was inevitable, I think, that we both decided that was going to be an offensive tri-lane with Bane, Mirana, and Lesh. Like, there's just such little range between Sand King and Venge, especially at level 1 with Sand King's terrible range in the Burrow Strike. It's just really, really not a good lane setup for that. And I think what they needed to do is I just recognize that the offensive tri-lane was happening, and then just switch those heroes immediately. Like, smoke gank level 1 top, or smoke gank the Doom, because Doom is actually quite susceptible to a smoke gank with an Invoker mid. That's one of the strengths of Invoker mid, is it's very easy to gank for him. So they didn't do that until around the 3 or 4 minute mark when Demon started rotating top.
Right.
The one gank was unsuccessful, but the second one was successful. So if they were able to do that much earlier, they could have bounced back in the game. But then you still have the problem of Ember Spirit getting literally no farm. So I think they just picked the wrong heroes and maybe just didn't anticipate the offensive tri-lane from Empire.
No, I completely agree with you. And honestly, I even talked about it in the laning phase, whether they're going to pull something cheeky like rotate the Ember into the off lane, try to put him solo there, and then run the Centaur and in the tri-lane, or even just rotate the whole tri-lane and try to make Empire completely switch things up. But nonetheless, mistakes were made. Going straight Hearthstone on you. As collectively at the top, 16-3, the performance out of Silent and Resolution. Great play from them. Mag finished at 6-3 as another standout performer on the side of Liquid. They held the line as long as they could, but yeah, there's really not a whole lot you can smile about. Quakebell was shut down pretty much as effectively as you could have asked to have been. Sand King, 3-5, probably about the best they could have asked for. Demon did what he could, but when you have an Ember Spirit that is just demolished that hard, I'll put it this way. This was a 27-minute game, and the Ember Spirit was the same level as the Leshrac and only one level ahead of the Bane on the side of Empire. Just a bit too much to overcome. So our day draws to a close, and once again, our second match has been postponed and will be rescheduled for next week. I'm your host here at AC Chambers. Thanks for being a part of the broadcast, guys. Sorry that you're only getting half of the Western Challenge you thought you would get here today, but I'm sure there are other streams going on, BTS, etc., so make sure you check them out after we go off the air. Before we do go off the air, tell you what, my friend, all of the knowledge and all of the knowledge bombs you drop throughout our broadcast, I'm sure folks want to find out more about you and figure out where they can have greater access to your insight and analysis. So why don't you go ahead and drop the deets what your social media links and everything else happen to be.
Yeah, absolutely. My Twitter is twitter.com or at TralfDota, and my Twitch is www.twitch.tv/Tralf. So you can find me there.
Easy peasy. I like it. You keep it simple like I do, man. Just AC everywhere. It's either AC or ACTV if some jerk beats me to it.
Yep.
Before I got into esports, AC was never taken for anything. And now sometimes when I sign up for new services, I'm late to the party. But anyways, thanks again for being a part of the broadcast, guys. Make sure you check out Tralf on Twitch and on Twitter. You can find me on Twitter as well. It's at AC, at AYESEE. On Twitch TV, it's twitch.tv/ACTV. And you can find me under that name on a variety of other networks as well, Facebook, YouTube, and everything else. There are actually links to pretty much everything underneath my underneath the stream window on my personal stream on Twitch, as well as my playlist. I actually got I get tweeted a lot and asked a lot about playlists and the music we do here at the D2L. You can just look me up on Spotify. All my playlists are out under my name, but you can find direct links to them on Spotify on my Twitch TV page as well. So there you go. We'll be back tomorrow with what will be an EG doubleheader, including EG versus Na'Vi, in a match that I know myself and Tralf are certainly looking forward to, and I got a feeling many of you guys are as well. So until then, enjoy your morning, evening, or afternoon, and enjoy your weekend, but more importantly, go enjoy some Dota. See you soon.